오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는
And we're back, and it's time for the Week 4 previews. Once again, just the action keeps coming hot and hard, just how we like it on the peninsula. Waka kickball. That I don't like what your second hand is doing there, but okay. And it starts off at 6:30. Rumspringa.
Love those guys.
Yes, playing just for kicks. Might not love picking the Rumspringa this week. Like we said, it showed against y'all, a very talented team who can score runs at the top of their order and does have good players in all the key positions. Haven't seemed to put it together, and I don't know that this is the time where we see them doing it. Again, we've talked enough about JFK in the previous segment, how they've been doing. I expect them to keep on rolling. And Rumspringa can often go one of two ways. They could keep this a really close game, or we could see like they did with Burning Bridges, and they could fall victim to the Freeds. Tough game to pick, though. I would say much along the lines of your game with them. 3 runs to JFK. Kind of split the difference, because I could see a close game, I could see a blowout. Tough to pick.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. You're really going to diss the hell out of me for this line, but I said earlier, I think to tie 2 parts in. So we say Rumspringa is a team that when they get pressure put on them, they tend to crack. They don't have as much confidence as they really need to. JFK, like you mentioned, that lineup, there's not a lot of easy outs in there, so they put a lot of pressure on their opponents.
I would venture to say there are 0 easy outs.
Honestly, I don't see this one being close. I'm going to make it 8.5. That's
Woo!
8.5. I think that JFK is going to win by double digits. 8.5 favorites, and I wouldn't even still bet on them. I wouldn't even still bet on Rumspringa giving up 8.5 or getting 8.5. So Rumspringa, prove me wrong, man. Go out there and punch him in the mouth. I mean, not literally, but go out there and do something. But damn, man,
What's
you
up,
guys,
Freed?
I'm rooting for you. Let me make that perfectly clear. I'm definitely rooting for Rumspringa, and I'd love to see an upset. But so far this season, the body of work, just looking at the 2 teams, there's a huge gap between them right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really match up well at all. I got to say, if Wellbrock's pitching, I'm going to go even more points towards JFK.
Oh, wait, yeah, we've been going way too easy on our missing host this week.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm going to say JFK is going to run it up on those guys.
I forgot he wasn't here. That's why we haven't even dissed him. I totally forgot who he was.
Forgot he
No, I love you, Matt. I don't know. Like Brent said, I got to go with JFK on this one.
Yeah.
They're solid. I don't see really too many gaps in that team at all. Weaknesses. You point one out to me and I'll buy you a beer. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with JFK on this one. At the very minimum, 6 points. So yeah, that's my pick.
All right, so I guess 6.5, 7, 6.5.
7 would be safe.
All right, we'll go 7 runs to JFK. I got a little faith in the Rumspringa. We'll get it together.
Man,
I hope they will. I love to see them. They've just got good people and good talent.
It's got nothing to do
just
with
like-
other people.
I know.
I just like to imagine Ricky's face as he's watching this podcast right now. Dude, he's probably spitting on himself.
Ricky, remember I'm the one who was. Remember my line.
My boy's probably getting fired up right now, but that's good. Get fired up. Okay,
He's already like pulling up the different colored socks right now, and he's like looking in the mirror, and he's just like, I cannot believe this shit. He's hyping himself up, getting that team like ready to go. So
Second game of the 6:30 hour, 5 o'clockers and pitch please. Once again, we've covered these teams in the recaps in the past week, all the salient points about each. 5 o'clockers. You can get the offense rolling. I think there's a team you can do it against. I see along the lines of what the other top tier teams, I would say 4 runs over pitch please, but and I could even go more than that, but I'll just base it on their last couple of results against JFK and Kick-Ass. They both lost those games by 4 or 5 runs. So I guess 4.5, 5 o'clockers.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. That's the 2 colors of their teams. I think with this, objectively speaking, I think that this is a tough matchup for the 5 o'clockers. You talked about our offense. We scored 5 runs against Rumspringa, but you look at our other 2 games against Blake in the situation, we got shut out, and then against Daniel Shaw, we got held to 1 run. Great pitching so far this season really seems to have a way of getting us off track. And this week we'll be facing 2 great pitchers.
Hassan
DeBose and then former 5 o'clocker Daniel Reyes. So, no matter which combo they put up there, we're gonna, we'll have our work cut out for us. I hope we do break out. I don't think I'll be going first to third against these guys, but I think I like our chances. But your line is far too generous, my friend. Far too generous. Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you.
I like 5 o'clockers in this. Facing pitch please, they're really fast, but I think you guys have a little more experience together. And I mean, you and Lenny being the 2 new guys to the team, they're not really like missing too many components. So yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys on this one for sure. By at least I'm gonna go 3 points.
So we'll knock it down to 3.5. Would be about.
That's fair. That's fair, given the body of work for both teams, I suppose.
And then finally, Battlestar Ballsactica. We're playing the foul balls. Battlestar 2-1 so far on the season. Foul balls 1-1-1. Battlestar, will they have spiritual leader Georgios Scarazidis back in the fold, or will the Battlestar be that lone ship with the remnants of humanity floating about in space?
Commander Adama, do you remember the old 1980s?
I only know Edward James Olmos.
Oh, okay, man, you guys missed out on like the early 1980s Battlestar.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Lauren Green was the commander, Commander Adama.
Miss out on the last
of
15
everybody
years of my life.
And I'd like to compare George
I
to.
bet you probably missed out on a lot of pussy in the 80s.
Actually, I was too young to really be getting into it. But
what aren't you like 45?
No. 42.
You turned 16 in the 80s.
No.
It counts.
Fuck you guys.
Tell us all about Battlestar Ballsactica.
It was awesome.
Galactica.
It was like
what was the captain?
It was like wagon trains in space, man.
What was the actor that played the captain?
Lauren Green.
Lauren Green. All right.
Watch the old 1960s cowboy movies, Bonanza.
Oh, you were there
Haas's
for Bonanza
dad.
too?
Haas's dad. Haas's dad was
Haas.
Lauren Green. He was the guy that was the head of the Bonanza Ranch.
I love watching Bonanza at the YMCA. I just got.
So, foul balls versus Battlestar.
I don't know if we're done with Bonanza.
I'm done with Bonanza.
That's right. Move on. I've clearly dated myself here, so I don't mind being the old guy here. With age comes wisdom. I will say that.
No, dude, it's just Nick and Knight, dude. That's all it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Foul balls, Battlestar Ballsactica. This will be a tough line for me. You mentioned George, whether or not he'll be there. But, I think a bigger impact player is Joe Preseau, his status with his hamstring or whatever his leg issue is. And when he plays, he definitly...
He brings a big presence to that team. When he's not there, you clearly see it on the field. Andy Joy, he's new to the league, and he's a good guy, fun guy, but as far as filling in the shoes of Joe, not quite there yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, I mean, offensively, there's very few players that are as good as Joe. So that makes a big difference.
Don't forget Dennis, though. I mean, he does. Don't ever knock those guys out. Like as any fight goes, there's always the puncher's chance. There's always the kicker's chance. If the foul balls are lucky enough to get a couple runners on the base and Dennis follows up and can kick one of those long balls like he does, you know, they could get a couple runs in. But you know, Battlestar's a tough team, so I will give the edge to Battlestar on that, just because they're a little more well-rounded. They do have that kid Jeff Morehart that also has the long ball.
Yeah, they got some kickers in Battlestar.
Brandon Silver.
So they'll put some stress on the foul balls outfield. I go Battlestar by 2.5.
Yes, sir. Foul balls tied Chicken Tetrazzini 0-0 in week 1. CT just lost by 3 runs to Battlestar, so 2.5 to Battlestar. I'm using the transitive property of kickball there.
Transitive property.
Never applies, but it's going to apply this time. 2.5 runs to the Battlestar over foul balls. That does it for 6:30. We'll come back with the 7:30 previews, and I guess maybe, hopefully stick around for that. If not, we don't care.
It's free.
Fine.
It is free.
Beats gonorrhea.